All right, well, we're here with Mike Van Arsedale, who was scheduled to fight Friday, getting replaced by Daryl Schoonover. Now, well, you're not going to be able to fight, but you are here. How do you feel about the cost, for the fight, the Stars and Stripes Foundation that is getting donated? All the stuff that's going with that.
Anytime the funds are being donated for something, a good cause, it's always good. If somebody can do that, that's beautiful. That's what the world should be about, man. It's not just taking but giving back, right? So I'm definitely thinking it's always good whenever someone can give something back to people that might need help.
All right. And well, I'm an avid Ultimate Fighter, watcher. I've seen you fight. So you're a familiar face. Now we were looking you up. You haven't fought in like 4 years, but it looks like you've been trying to get into it. You were going to fight Tito for the American Fight League. Then you're going to fight one of Rampage's coaches or something like that. Now you were going to fight here. So it looks like you want to get back into competition, right?
Yeah, nothing's really worked out with the American Fight League. I did sign a contract with them and they folded, so that didn't happen. It's probably a good thing that didn't happen because I wasn't really ready at the time. I had a surgery done, and it took me longer to get better from the surgery than I thought. But right now I'm feeling stronger than ever, and it's unfortunate I got injured. Tiki from the fight show, he was just talking stuff. He wanted to get back into the UFC, and I guess he thought the show was his way to get back in, so he tried to pick a fight with me. I think that'd have been pretty easy for me to beat him. I have no problem with that guy at all. As a matter of fact, he's not even in my weight class.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I heard.
It's not even fair. It's not even fair. He's a good guy and everything, but I think he just wanted to fight again, and I was kind of going along with it. But as far as this fight, I trained 8 months to get my strength and my speed and all my agility and my ability to change levels back. Over the last 5 years, I learned how to box, kickbox. I can do it all now. So I was really looking forward to unleashing that on somebody other than the training partners. And then I got kicked really hard in my hand and split my fingers, tore the cartilage in between my fingers. Went down to my wrist and moved my bones around and caused my tendons to swell up. So a week ago I couldn't even pick up a glass of water. I was trying to train my way through it, but it just wasn't going to happen. So I decided, I want to fight injury-free and show people how good I really am. Because I don't think anybody can beat me in a fight. Now, if I get out there with anybody, it doesn't matter if it's a show here, wherever I'm fighting. I believe I have the abilities to win at any in any division at this point. So.
Well, Olympic level wrestling, that's no joke. Pretty much you can take anybody down. And it's not even that you're a wrestler, but having that advantage always makes.
Well, I'll tell you the honest to God truth. When I was fighting, I was a terrible wrestler. I was a terrible wrestler when I was fighting. I forgot that I was a wrestler when I was fighting because I had so much stuff I didn't know. And when you rush into it and they throw a UFC contract in your face, and all of a sudden you got 3 months to get ready for a fight and you're trying to learn how to kickbox, guess what? You forget about your wrestling really quick because you're trying to learn something else. What else did I forget about? My strength and conditioning. When I wrestled, I was super strong. I was weak as hell when I fought in the UFC. My conditioning was off when I was in the UFC. I wasn't even in shape because I kept getting injured because I was trying to do too much at the same time. So what the last 5 years did enable me to learn how to use all my weapons, and it also gave me a lot of confidence because I've been working with a lot of great athletes that some of them are world champions. In order to coach them, you pretty much need to know what you're doing, and that's what it's kind of like coaches sometimes don't learn stuff until they teach it to someone else. But now, at 45 years old, which most people wouldn't try it, but I never really got hit a lot in my fights. Vanderlei Silva hit me a couple times, maybe 4. Other than that, nobody really caught me with a solid punch. So what makes people old in fighting? Getting hit. So I'm preserved. I'm 45, but I feel like I'm 25, 28. And the guys that train with me, they understand that this guy is for real, but these other people think I'm a joke because I lost 4 fights in a row. But I was severely injured and undertrained, and I just didn't have it then, and I didn't. I tried to rush that, being in the military at the time. I got out and okay, I'm gonna fight now, and I tried to rush a career that wasn't there. I was too injured from all the wrestling. 26 years of wrestling every year, my joints were tired. Now I feel good again. So I want to give it a go, but I want to make sure I'm injury-free when I step out.
And you mentioned you lost it, right? Last time, when you were fighting, because it's already been like 4 or 5 years, right? It's 4 years. you were fighting like top level competition, you know, Randy Couture, Wanderlei Silva, Matt Lindland, Babalu. Now that you're getting back in, are you planning to just jump into the deep end again, or do you plan on building yourself?
No, I plan on taking a fight that I can get. You know, I can't get into the UFC unless I win fights. See, right now I have a you know, I'm doing two things at once. When I was fighting before, I was just fighting, and I was wasting time. You know, because I wasn't training properly. You know, will I fight any of those guys? I would fight those guys any given day. Any of those guys you name, I would love to fight those guys. I would love to fight any of those guys. I don't think they'd love to fight me right now. You know, they think they might want to fight me, but once I got my hands on them, they would be like, I shouldn't have done this. You know. Yeah, as far as all that goes, yeah, I would love to do it, but that's not how you get into that organization. All those guys are in the UFC or Strikeforce, so it's hard to get to.
But I'd say, like, you know, the level up, because I know last time you jumped right into it, so, you know, like, just big fights, is that what you're...
I think it was a mistake. I think I should have got on the roll, but I had some severe injuries that I needed, you know, I needed this time to take off. I needed to take that 4 years, 5 years off, just to let my injuries heal up. You know what? You get old, and, you know, just by doing year after year after year after year, your joints wear out, your body wears out, your mind wears out. I was tired, man. You know, I was tired of competing. I'd go to training camp 4 weeks before the fight and get injured and sit there and ride a bike with a sling on my arm, take the sling off, go to Vegas, go fight one of these guys and lose. You know, it was stupid, you know, and I blame no one but myself for not making sound decisions for that. I got to do it right, you know, and if I'm injury-free, I think, you know, I don't think anybody can get with me, man. I am a coach now, though, so I have to perform my coaching responsibilities. So it's not just that I'm an athlete now, so I'm a coach. It's a little bit more difficult now, and I got to be very good with my time. So those both are stressful, man. Fighting is stressful, and coaching is stressful, too. So it's very difficult to do both.
Well, I mean, you've got the credentials, because, I mean, even on MMA Junkie, anytime, you know, there's a news of you, like the Tito Ortiz thing, and, you know, the fight with the Rampage coach, you know, they're following you, because, you know, you do have that Olympic level wrestling now. I don't know if you've heard about him, because he's also started by, like, the Olympic team, Willie Parks. He fights tonight. Have you heard about him?
I know Willie Parks, because he went to Iowa State, and I went to Iowa State as well. And as a matter of fact, when we were training for Rampage, Willie came to training camp and trained with Rashad for a little bit there. And then we were training for the Shogun fight. We went to Greg Jackson's gym and trained, and Willie was there too. So I've actually trained Willie and did some things with him. So I know Willie very well. He's a great wrestler, and he should be a good fighter. You know, so we'll see.
All right. Well, now, yeah, because we've been hearing that Willie Parks is like the next big thing out of you know, Greg Jackson. So we're just asking, you know, since you do at like Olympic level. But all right, you know, we look forward. I can't shake your right hand, but look forward to hearing about you. You know, see what you end up doing. Man, appreciate your time.
All right, take care. You guys take care.